Good morning, students. So I am continuing here chapter functions, and this is Ellen sir is here. Now the next topic is function calling type or a method calling type. So Java provides two types of function calling. Number first is call by value, and this is also known as pass by value. Whereas the second one is call by reference, and this is also known as pass by reference. So now see the major difference between the call by value and call by reference. In call by values, the values of actual parameters passed into formal parameters. Whereas in case of call by reference, the reference of actual parameters passed in formal parameters. So in first case, the values will be passed, whereas in second case, reference will be passed actual to formal, and reference is called a memory address. In call by value, primitive data type are used such as integer, character, float, double. So all the eight primitive data type we can use in call by reference, whereas in call by value, whereas in call by reference, composite data types or reference data types are used. So here the object will be passed or arrays will be passed. Call by value works on duplicate value, whereas in call by reference works on original data. So in call by value, any changes in the formal parameters will not affect the value of actual parameters. Whereas in case of call by reference, any changes in the formal parameters affect the value of actual parameters because it works on original value. So let's see once again. In call by value, the value will be passed from actual to formal parameters, whereas in call by reference, the reference any memory address will be passed from actual to formal. Call by value is works on the primitive data type, whereas the call by reference is works on reference or a composite data type. In call by value, it works on the duplicate value because the function it creates own copy for working. So any changes in the formal parameters does not affect the value of actual parameters. Whereas in call by reference, it works on the original data, so there will be a no duplicate value. So any changes in the formal parameters will affect the value of actual parameters. Now the next category of the function type is number first is a pure function. So in pure function, the state of receiving object does not change. So we can say the pure function is works similar to a call by value. Let's see this example. Here is the function void sum and the receiving parameters is a and b. And here we are performing the calculation, so the value of a and b are not changing. Here the value of c is changing. Before the calculation the value of c is 0, that is initial value, and after the calculation this value will be updated and there will be no change in a and b. So this is the example of pure function. Whereas in case of the impure function, the state of receiving object gets changed, so we can say this will work similar to a call by reference. Let's see this example. Here is the function void sum integer a comma integer b, and here we are writing any code that will change the value of a and b. So this will be a best example for impure function. Now the next category is function overloading. So what do you mean by the function overloading? In this, we are creating more than one function in a class by same name with different parameter list. parameter list is also called a function signature. So we can say if we are creating more than one function in a class by same name with a different function signature, then it is called a function overloading. Let's understand this with the help of one example. This is the class, the demo, and here is a one function and the name of the function is the sum. So we are creating 3 times this function in this class, but the parameter list is different. In first function, the a and b are the integer types, so this is required the 2 integer value. In case of the second, there is the 3 integer data type, so this required the 3 integer value, whereas in third sum function it's required the 2 floating point number. And when the functions will be called, so in the main method when we are calling the function, so for the calling function we first require the object of the class. So here we are creating the object of class demo obj equal new demo, and here we are calling a function obj.sum, and in this function we are passing the 3 integer values, so this will automatically match the value according to the our function. So here the second function will be match, which require the 3 integer values, so here the second function sum will be invoked. And when we are passing a two floating point number, so this will find out which function having the floating point number. So in this the third function sum will be invoked. So this is also called best matching. So this will call the our function according to the best matching parameter. And the next topic is a function overriding. And function overriding is a topic of inheritance in which we are creating a same function in a subclass which is already defined in its base class. So the prototype of the function will be same, but the inbuilt there will be an internal programming will be different. So let's understand this with the help of one example. Suppose here is the one class and the name of the class is the sample1. There are the two instance variable integer a comma integer b, and here is the one function void input, and the another function is the void display in first class. And now we are creating here the second class sample2 that is extends from sample1. So here sample2 is a subclass of sample1. Here is the one instance variable integer c, and we are creating the same function which is already defined in its base class. So again this is the void input, and here the functions programming will be different. And the next function is the void display that is already defined in its base class. So the prototype of this function is almost same and the internal programming will be different. So the major difference between a function overloading and function overriding: in function overloading we are creating a same function more than one time in a single class, whereas in overriding we are creating a same function in subclass which is already defined in its base class. So in next lecture we will start the programming of function overloading, simple functions programming, and functions overriding, and there will be some programming of the object passing. And there is the one fixed question in the object passing in your theory papers, that is the marks of 10.